Hey everyone. Hopefully the second camera's working. Not sure. Trying to figure some stuff out on my MacBook. I think I've got to update my MacBook Air. I got the iMac downstairs, got the 15 Max, but this is I think this was a 2017. Yeah, 2017 MacBook Air. Might need updated for the new setup or whatever. I've been filming some stuff. I'm going to drop two shows. This one is going to come out before Daniel's. This is going to be the intro to Daniel's show, but there will be a Spanish show dropping as well. I'm going to try to get that out Friday morning. So it'll be the day after Thanksgiving. It'll be the last show until January. May record some stuff in December, but probably not. I'm going to take the whole month of December off. Just going to probably go off grid for a little bit. Just it's been a great 2025, and I want to thank every listener. I want to thank everybody who showed up to all the events that was put out by everybody this year. I want to thank every single one of my friends that I have in this industry, which is a lot of you. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. That was amazing. Just can't say enough about how amazing that was. I keep saying and I'm going to try to do that next year in 26. But some of the changes that are coming in 2026. In case you're wondering, we have an app that's going to drop. It is a technician app by this show. It'll be dropping. Might put out some beta stuff in December. Might trickle that in a little bit in December. Those of you that have seen it, thank you for giving me your feedback and letting me know whether you like it or not. There is still in development. It still has a lot of little kinks that need worked out. The show will be taking a little bit of a change. We are going to have the Spanish shows. Jorge's probably going to do them weekly. He's going to also have a video come out in December that introduces himself to those of you who have not been tuning into the Spanish shows. And if you know anybody that is Spanish speaking in the auto glass industry, mention it to them. They may find some great insights from Jorge. He's an amazing host. I want to thank him again for stepping up for the Spanish version of Put 'em on the Glass podcast. We are going to have monthly check-ins on the industry with Mr. Michael McCarthy with Auto Glass Directs. He's a very well-known, prominent business figure in our industry, so he's going to join our show once a month. I'm going to have probably 2 shows a month that are just 15 minutes to a half hour long. I'm going to tackle just little things, maybe have some expert guests on. Those maybe focused around some tech tips. And then we're going to do our normal once-a-month show with a guest that is focused on them the way our show has been in the past, focused on more industry news, rumblings inside of the community. I'm going to try to really focus on making 2026 even better. Going to do some more mobile shows. I'm definitely going to be having a TikTok in 2026 for the show. The show will have a TikTok, and hopefully I can post maybe once a day on TikTok, something little. I'm not exactly sure how that'll wind out. As you can see, I'm not in my studio today. I'm actually filming some training videos with the Fix Network. We're up here in my garage, my Milwaukee stuff behind me. Some of it, not all of it, but some of it. And I just want to stop in real quick before the show popped off with Daniel and take a second to thank everybody and just kind of give you an indication what will be coming up in the future. The Technician app, I'm really excited about it. It's taken me a few years to get it up and rolling. It's been a labor of love since the middle 2023, working on it, finding people to help code it, and then finally found somebody that I can work with that does a really nice job. It'll be produced on the Replit application hosting site. And for right now, I'm not sure exactly how it's going to roll out, what the details are going to be, other than it'll be coming out for a little bit, and then it'll take off from there, hopefully, and I hope it helps people in the industry get the information they need. With that being said, enjoy this week's show, both in Spanish and in English. I just appreciate every single one of you. Hey everyone, this is James, the Ghost Set Killah, and this is Put 'em on the Glass podcast. We have some guests today that don't really need any introduction because they got a poppin' YouTube channel. They're real active on all the Facebook and all the socials. But I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Go ahead.
Hi everybody, I'm Daniel with Supreme Auto Glass.
And I'm Natalie.
Natalie, are you with Supreme Auto Glass too?
Yes,
Just kidding.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It was a pleasure getting to see you a couple times this year. I saw you in Ontario when the Auto Glass Safety Council was in town. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys enjoy that? Did you get your certifications? How did that roll out for you?
Yeah, so I already had both certifications for the NWRD and the Auto Glass Safety Council, but I just wanted to go in person and just take advantage of the event that was there. So it's always myself getting certified and Natalie, but I wanted to take my dad because my dad's really old school. So I
Yeah.
wanted to show him all of my friends and colleagues that are there.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know if Pops realize how actually famous you are in our world. So the two of you are pretty famous in our world. So like I know when people start talking about outside of Auto Glass, I'm like, who? And then they'll mention somebody that's inside, like in our group of people that we're all connected. And then yeah, so it just you don't realize it because it's people that you look up to, and then you're like, wait, you don't know who that is? Well, then you don't need don't worry about it then. So let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit to Auto Glass Week. How was your experience there? Because I was so excited to see that you were competing.
Oh yeah, every time we go to Auto Glass Week, it's always a great time. So many different technicians and managers and all of the different companies that we use there. So this was the first year where, well, this is my third year competing, but it was my first time actually doing a demonstration at Auto Glass Week. So Pipe Knife, they contacted us. Well, we've been talking since Cancun, since the Auto Glass Expo in Cancun. So because we network so much, we've been talking ever since. I think they were the first company to like talk to us in Auto Glass Week 2021 in Orlando. So we went to the Sika dinner together and we sat with them and we just started conversating, and then we saw them again at the Auto Glass Expo in Cancun. And then they told me that they had something planned, or they had something in the works, but they weren't able to say what. And so later we find out that they bought the Pro Set and they needed just more demonstrations. And so because we're bilingual, they wanted us to do the Spanish part because there's already so many English advertisements. So it was my first time doing the demo there bilingual, and it's really fun, something really new, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity.
Well, I'm grateful for you two because I overbooked myself at Auto Glass Week, and I was actually supposed to come there on, I think it was Tuesday, around 5 p.m., right after one of the talks that I was given or whatever, and show and do a demonstration. And I'm like running around like crazy because I'm supposed to go film here and I'm supposed to go do this and I'm supposed to go do that. And then I run past Pipe Knife, and there you two are doing the demo that I was supposed to be talking through. So I want to say from me to you, thank you for that, because man, I so dropped the damn ball, man. Like I felt so bad because, I just overbooked myself at Auto Glass Week because I just want to help as many people out as I can. And so Dal and all them at the Pipe Knife Company, give these two, give Natalie and Daniel a big, huge, send them a big check because I dropped my end. And the bilingual thing is nice because I'm going to put you on the spot here. Um, I'm sure Mr. Sandoval's reached out to you, but will you do this show in Spanish as well with Jorge being the host?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Has he hit you up yet?
Yeah, he got me on Instagram that
Mhm.
if I was already back from Japan because we were supposed to do a podcast for you.
Yeah.
So he texted me and I was like, yeah, I'm back. But he didn't mention anything about doing it in Spanish, but I saw the podcast with him and Raul. So
Yes.
yeah, so that was the first one I saw that was in Spanish. So that was really refreshing, pretty much something new because we have a audience in Mexico and
Mhm.
they want to see more, more tips and tricks in Spanish, and they want to have the Auto Glass Safety Council, the manual, in Spanish because we went to the Auto Glass Expo and we did, the Auto Glass Safety Council, and just that they had the translators, but the test itself was in English,
Mm.
and some of the terminology when you go through Google Translate, it doesn't really reflect what it's trying to, the meaning.
Yes.
So we're just trying to, George is contributing, Raul is gonna contribute, and us to be able to, get that certification out there and that understanding towards all of the Americas, Latin Americas.
And that was one of the biggest things for me is like Jorge's done a few shows for me now. He's the host, it's his show. I just reached out to him because I had quite a few people that were like, "Can you have this translated into Spanish for us? We really want to play it in our shops, but we don't not all of us speak English." And so I was trying to look for translators and nothing was working out for me. And then I called up Jorge and I was like, "Hey, brother, I need a favor." And then I was like, would you do this for me? And he was like, yeah. So the guests have been awesome. And then next year, 2026, we're planning something a little bit bigger. Instead of a monthly show, it's going to be a weekly one. He's going to have his week. We're going to release a show in Spanish. We're going to release a show in English. So that way it'll be different topics, different guests, different everything, but it's all going to be under the one, the one Put 'em on the
Hmm.
Glass podcast, which I think it's awesome. For the simple fact that like, dude, you want the knowledge and then you can't get it because of a language barrier. That upsets me so bad. Like it really does. And
Yeah, so it's just another hurdle that we have to, jump over. But thankfully, we have a lot of people that are committed into, teaching, and it's something that I'm grateful for because Jorge, is with Kaizen,
mhm,
and so now they're able, to teach in both languages,
mhm.
and now that's why I'm grateful for Lee for choosing us to be at the Auto Glass Institute. Same thing
Yes.
because we had a conversation and he was like, I have my school, but there's a language barrier, and I think you can really help. And well, I was like, yeah, no, definitely, well, I mean, it wasn't that easy, but yeah,
Eh,
it's our story, yeah.
yeah,
So
and I'm excited to hear that, when Lee kinda put it out there, and obviously, I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert a little bit, everybody. We're gonna have a show with Lee and Daniel to introduce him as the instructor, but you're hearing it here first. He is an instructor, so if you have that language barrier, the Autoglass Tech Institute now has bilingual classes, which is amazing. um Now, was that something that you've always wanted to do, or was it something that you were just like, oh, well, maybe?
it's something that I would always talk to Natalie
Yeah.
about. Like, I've always had big dreams. Like one day I want to be, the Auto Glass Safety Council president, because I look up to Jocks, I look up to Bob. So one day, like I think that's the cap pretty much for Auto Glass. So I want to get there someday. And I told Natalie, I was like, there's little steps. First you have to make yourself known. So that's why I did the first competition, and then it went really good. We did the second competition, and then at the second Auto Glass week, there was a lot more people that recognized me. And now at the third one, this last one, like it was really eye opening.
Yeah.
Just having a lot of
Whole different
people
experience.
like they look at you when they've seen your videos, and they're kind of like, well, not starstruck, but but it's crazy because we're all, just regular people, yeah. But
We're
it's
all
just
doing the same
but it's just
thing.
crazy how some of us act on their dreams. So like, like I keep telling Natty, like one day I'm gonna be, the Auto Glass Safety Council president. But
I
it all
love
takes
that.
steps, and then you got to be an instructor first, and then little by little, just grateful for God for opening up, all of these doors, and for myself to be able to take the initiative and put myself out there.
Now you guys are like a husband and wife team, and we've had a few on the show, the husband and wife team. What are some of the biggest struggles for you two as a couple, 24/7? It's all day, every day.
You want to take that?
I can't think of any.
No, that's
Nah, but
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
No, like, I mean, there's no major ones.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, because
if I get mad at him, I have nowhere to go to be with him.
yeah, more than anything, I feel like the weather. It depends on the weather, because if it's nice and cool, our attitudes are nice and cool. But then when it's hot outside, you know,
Mm.
It's a
yeah, we start getting a little more.
spicy day.
Yeah, the spicy day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
can be, but thankfully our attitudes are good and go along our day, and
real
you know,
patient with each other.
yeah,
That's
Real
good.
patient.
That's good. Like, and when you have that person that you can be patient with, because my wife and I are super close. And it's that person that I can lean on whenever anything. Obviously, she gets frustrated with me because I say and do dumb shit. So like for her, it's, she has to be super patient with me. So I get what you're saying. That's awesome. I'm glad to see you guys work so well together, because you're everywhere and you're going to continue to be everywhere. So I think that's because you guys, like, you're right. You're only going to get bigger. I mean, people look up to you, man. Like, they really do. And I'll never forget. It was 21 in Orlando. I took third that year.
Yeah.
And talking to you, yeah, I sound weird, but so talking, and then just I remember, I can't remember if it was Jorge I was talking to. It was someone from out in your neck of the woods. It might have been Alfredo, and they were like, "Just pay attention, because this kid is he's the next big thing." And then you came out in 22 and waxed my ass, and you made the finals and I didn't. And I'm just like, oh man, bro, like, cause you just put it down, man. Like, you just came out and you just laid the gauntlet down. So the two of you, the way you work together, watching you in the competition and everything, your skill set is amazing. Why do you install like that? I guess it's a weird question, but like, what made you really care to install the way you do?
I've been with my dad ever since I was 10 years old. So he's the one that taught me the trade and taught me everything. But there's always there's always room for improvement. So I've always wanted to, be the best that I can be, no matter what. That's something that my parents instilled in me. No matter what you do, just always do your best, and always have integrity. Like, always do the right thing, even though no one is watching. And it's things like that that have been engraved in my childhood, that when I'm out there in the field, l- I get a lot of pleasure out of replacing a windshield. And it sounds silly to say, and it's another thing I tell Natalie. I was like, if I were to work, be an employee in Hawaii for a big corporation, like I'd be just fine, just installing, and then in the evenings go out and fish and be, live on the island. But it's just a different passion that I have for auto glass. It's like, I don't know, it's not silly, but there's a certain dedication where I just love to do it. Like, I don't even know like why I love to do it, but just being, you know, our own boss and having our own schedule and things like that. Like, it's just, yeah, like I can't think of any other way that I would live my life. Just doing auto glass, not always be an installer, but always be an
Yeah.
auto glass. Yeah, so
So it's not silly, because I feel the same way you do. I installed all those years from '03 until I got the new position I'm in now with the fixed network
mhm.
of the national trainer. I still install for pleasure. Like, I literally, the installs I do now and the demos I do now is strictly for pleasure and keep my skill set sharp. Obviously, I want to do that, but there is something when you really enjoy putting in a piece of glass in a car, there's something about doing it that is enjoyable because a car looks naked without glass. It is the final touch. So if you can just enhance that car just a little bit because of what you did, and it's safe, and you know the pleasure of doing it, but like to stand back and look at that beautiful windshield you just put in, it just changes the whole car. It goes, you pull up and you're like, man, that broken, kind of looking dumpy, you know, and then you do your shine, and it's like, oh shit, like it's like always every car is like that, like a little bit. You step back and it's like, all right, I got this. So, I mean, it may sound silly to some people that's in this industry, but not me. I think that's awesome because I share the same passion with you. It's, yeah, wonder what that is about auto glass that we love so much.
Yeah, because I feel like with auto glass, like it's like somebody has a problem and you give them the solution, and they're just so happy, that you're always, their their savior.
Hmm.
Because there's other services like tint where they don't need the tint, and then sometimes they're not happy with the tint, and if they don't want it, they don't need it, and they're like, you know what, just take your paper off and I'll get somebody else. But having a broken door glass, they have a problem, you fix it, and then they're just so grateful,
Yeah, yeah,
so grateful. And then I love doing auto glass because it's something that it's a one person. It can be a one person thing. So the quality is all up to you. Like everything's up to you. So I like to compare it with golf because golf is a individual sport,
hmm,
and depending on how good because it's all a matter of decisions. If you want to take the easy route, the correct route, or if you just want to go for it fast, drive straight to the hole, but then you might get lost in the woods.
yeah,
So it's all about, decisions, just decisions, making sure you make the right decisions, or maybe not the right decision, but the one that makes, the most sense,
yeah,
and that gratification.
yeah. What about you, Natalie? Do you enjoy it just as much as we do, or is it something that because were you born? Were you also born into the industry, or did you come into it because of Daniel?
No, because of Daniel, he just needed me just needed help one day, and I was like, "Okay, I'll go with you." And then it started from there. I actually enjoy like being out there with him, and yeah, it's like you're the missing puzzle piece, you
Hmm.
get to put it there. It's perfection every time,
That's
and
awesome.
just working
Perfection every
together.
time.
That's
I
what I
love
like.
that. I know, I love that. That needs to be a catchphrase somewhere in some company that does this perfection every time because that's exactly what you strive for. That's an amazing way to put it for sure. Oh man. So the missing puzzle piece, you come in, you install the glass, it looks beautiful. You enjoy it now. Could you picture doing anything else now that you're a business owner, Natalie?
No, no, I
No.
think I enjoy it too much, especially how Daniel says we're able to do it how we want, and we're our own boss, and, we get to pick and choose. So there's really nothing like it. It is a blessing to have. And I don't know, I really enjoy doing auto glass. I do.
That's
It, it,
awesome.
surpri- it surprises me for sure.
Yeah, I could see that, because you come into it and you're like, "Well, I'll just help him out," and then you actually enjoy it as well. That could be a surprise to a lot of people that especially anybody that's just coming in as what you said, a helper, like because he needed help one day and was like, "Hey, can you help me?" And you come in as a helper, and then you're just like, "Oh, this is awesome. This rocks. Let's make this our life." So I'm envious because, I would love to be in your position of having my own business, my own thing, because even though I enjoy what I do, I want to change the industry through technicians.
Hmm.
So I think that's the national trainer position is what is going to lead me to do that. But I do want it would be so cool as hell just to have my own business, just be like, yep, this is the way it goes and not really have to answer to anybody. So I think that would be cool. So I am envious of you guys that way, but need to ask a question, and I know this question is kind of because it can't be everybody out there, but you guys are in a small area of Alfredo Calva, Daniel Menez, Jorge Sandoval, Raul Placencia, Lee Swindell, the Escobars, Damien and Isaac Escobar. and you're all super fucking good and like do it the right way and do it correctly. Is it like something in the water out there? Is it like just your area? Are you guys like, is there a bunch of hacks in your area and you guys are just the standouts? Like, what is it? Is everybody just that good out there?
Man, I don't I don't know. I actually like to think that because we come from a Hispanic background, we have more of that what's it called? That grit. That
Mm,
grit, especially us being first generations here. We have, you know, our parents that left everything behind to a new country, and we took that initiative to not, let all that go down the drain. Because well, yeah, because yeah, it's a big sacrifice, and I see it all the time where parents sacrifice everything, and some of the children are, well, not ungrateful, but they don't know what they have, and we're like, even if we're not all Hispanic, but everyone on this side, everyone you just named, like they all have that grit that really separates us, and it's like I was saying, where we put ourselves out there, like competing and making YouTube videos and TikToks and all that. It's just I don't know. It's just the people, just the grit that we have. But I mean, there's people all over the nation just that they don't want to put themselves out there. Like I know
mm,
there's a lot of great technicians that can win the Olympics, but they just don't want to go because they're like, what for?
yeah, I agree. I agree with you there. They don't want to put themselves out there for whatever reason, financial or just the stage. The stage might be, intimidating, because it is a big stage. It's intimidating. And I do think that the grit and the people that want to succeed and want to display their talents do better than most. And like I've always said, when it comes to the Olympics or anything like that, our skill sets are so close together. The ones of us that will do it and the ones of us that are in that group, our skill sets are so close together. It's just who checks all the boxes on that day, on that install at that time, because we're all so close. And there's so many of us out there that aren't even coming to compete, like you said, nationwide. I just noticed it's like, man, everybody out there is doing some cool shit. Like, I didn't know, like, honestly, I thought, well, maybe you guys got together and decided that everybody's just going to be good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or if you guys are just a standout because there's a lot of shops in your area that are not so hot and you guys just stand out because you do have the big presence online and through competing and through changing the industry with the way it's supposed to look professionally. It's not, we're not the guys with the dirty vans and the butt cracks hanging out and showing up all drunk and falling out. You know what I mean? Because that was the image for so long. So I'm glad that you guys are leading the visual part of it for sure. I get what you're saying, and I agree. There's a lot of great techs out there, nationwide, worldwide, that could potentially win the Olympics because they have the skill set that you and I have. It's just they don't, for whatever reason, don't come and compete. Although I wish everybody would come and compete because it's so much damn fun. It really is.
No, yeah,
Uh,
because eventually there's gonna be a couple more competitions, like the beginner ones, or like an intermediate one, and then the champion of champions, things
mhm.
like that. So the more people we can bring, the better the venue can be, and well, it's just investing in ourselves back into the industry to well, yeah, to make us the best technicians that we can.
Yeah. And it's not a super hard skill set to conquer. It takes a lot of background knowledge that you're not aware of. A lot of things that brings the why into attention that make you really good. Do you agree with that, or is it something that you feel like you don't need to know the why behind it as long as you know the techniques of how to get it done?
The why is the most important part, because there's a lot of technicians, especially here, like you said, like a lot of people that don't, a lot of technicians that don't really care. They don't know how much of the vehicle's integrity the windshield is. Like they just have no idea. Just absolute just ignorance. And I remember the first time we went to Auto Glass Week 2021, we went to all the educational courses, and there were so many things that I learned, so many things that opened my eyes. And that's one of the reasons why when I came back home, I strive to be, the best technician that I can be, because there were so many things that you know, because anybody off of the street can become a technician, you know, like they can go open up their own business and everything. So I feel like we should be licensed in a way, like even barbers are licensed, you know, like there's so many hours of training, cops, like things like
Mm-hmm.
that. So there's um there's pros and cons to everything. But the technician, you know, they have to understand why they're doing what they're doing, why we have to prep so much, why we have to go to these certifications, why we have to, you know, calibrate a camera,
Mm-hmm.
because it's still up in the air, you know. Well, not for us that go, you know, to Autoglass Week,
Yeah.
but you know, there's a lot of, and then informing the customer. A lot of customer, you know, they call a lot of different companies, get a couple quotes, and they're like, everyone told me that I don't need a calibration. Like, why do I need a calibration? And then you go and explain to them, and they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, yeah, please come. So that's the difference, that, you know, us understanding the why,
Yeah.
like why things were done the way that it is.
Well, and the one thing that, as a business owner, that's a decision that you have to make, because a lot of the ones that are telling the customer you don't have to calibrate the camera, you don't have to worry about drive times. They can do it cheaper than you. I mean, they can do it cheaper than you. So that education point is the way you sell your business, right? Or do you think, do you have to come down in price, or do you do the education you can get most of your business?
To be competitive, we would keep our prices down, but we would always do, you know, the best quality work. So what would separate us is that we started to record our videos to show that, you know, we're competitive as well with our price, but the quality is so much more. And I think that's one of the things that made people would choose us over somebody else, because our website has, you know, our certifications.
Mm.
It just looks more authentic. Like they can connect a company with a photo of us. Like you know that it's just us. And so well, yeah, that's how we started our first year. And then as the years kept coming, you know, we don't spend any money on advertising. Yeah, it's all just referrals, just word of mouth. Um Businesses that we have, like electric companies, plumbing companies. So we don't spend any money on advertising, and thankfully we're busy, and now even more with the calibration side of it, with the radar and, you know, lane departure. So yeah, we're just,
Are you
well,
guys
yeah, just
slow?
keep doing
Are you slow right
what's that?
now? Are you slow right now? Because that seems to be the murmur in the industry, is everybody's slow right now with layoffs going on, and then just, you're hearing everybody say how slow they are. Are you guys slow?
No, we're not slow.
And you don't spend any
Today,
money on advertising. What?
yeah, no, it's crazy, and it's hard, and a lot of people think it's hard to believe, but yeah, we haven't spent a dime on advertising in years, and well, yeah, for the first couple of years, like, it was slow, but now, you know, it's just consistent. And like I said, even more now with the calibrations, like we service a lot of little dealerships.
Mhm.
So now, you know, we're gonna take care of that calibration part, the ones that buy and sell cars. So like today, I got home at 4 p.m. and then just showered real quick and got ready, ate, and then came here. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
tomorrow, same thing, early, and get back home late.
I I think that's awesome, because first of all, thank you for doing that, because it is one of those things where I just kind of was like, "Hey, you be on the show," and so you didn't even have to do that. So I do appreciate you taking the time for me, but also the fact that you're not slow in a time that is around the nation slow. You're not really, I mean, other than your videos, which is,
Hmm.
something you produce at your time, so it's got to cost you something. And then obviously your vehicle behind you, it looks like it's your vehicle behind you is wrapped.
Hmm.
But like, you don't spend any money other than outside of what you've already done for advertising, and you're still, consistent and busy, and at a time of the year that's kind of, but a lot of people are hurting. So I think that speaks to the quality that you put out there, because customers are like, well, I got to have it, and this is who I want to do it, and then they're going to do it. How do you stay competitive price wise? Do you price match? Like, you guys don't price shop, do you? You just stick to your own pricing?
Yeah, we just stick to our own pricing. Yeah, to be honest, we're too busy always driving and
Mhm.
installing to even like see what our competitors are charging. But they just call us from Google, like they just look up, like auto glass, and then we pop up, even though we don't spend any advertising.
Mhm.
And then they ask us for a price. We just give them the price, and that's pretty much it. Is that like sometimes they ask us like, can you price match? Like, yeah, how much,
Mhm.
But if it's too like unreasonable, like, they're making $50, like, I'm not gonna go and yeah. But the good thing about California, about Southern California, is that we just have a big population. We have millions and millions of people, millions and millions of cars, and there's always gonna be break-ins. There's always gonna be, you know, the rich folk with, no deductible, that are gonna want, a brand new glass. They don't, they're like, oh, just come. And so that's another reason why I don't want to leave California, because there's just so many cars. Like my wife gets upset because of all the traffic.
Yeah.
Like we're stuck. Like like. But I just look around and I just see money, just glass everywhere,
just
glass
pick it,
everywhere.
just picking out like
Yeah,
apples, like coming off the trees. Come on. Oh.
yeah. Because I see, like one car, like we could do all of the glass in one car in one day.
Mhm.
And there's millions and millions and millions of. So I'm also grateful for that, for having, being around here where there's just
A lot
so
of
much
work.
people, so many people.
Yeah. We don't have that in Ohio. So
I
we
know.
our cities are like, I don't know. I think there's maybe 50,000 in the town I live in. Yeah, so we don't have like a bunch of. I mean, Columbus and Cincinnati and Cleveland are our biggest cities, so we don't have anything like what you got going on out there. Not even close. But wow. So what is a busy day for you though? How many installs with calibrations is a busy day for you?
Well, right now with the daylight savings time, we can do 4 or 5
Mm,
replacements and calibrations.
that's pretty good.
Um, yeah, because we're getting really good now to where we can do, you know, a calibration, even a radar one, really quick, under half an hour,
Mm,
as long as everything's, right. There's no hiccups. The glasses, it's all
yeah.
good. We're in and out. And in the summer, we can do up to 8.
Yeah.
And so right now, I have my nephew working with me. So now he's driving the second van, our little transit. I have my wife with me. Sometimes I'm by myself, and she takes care of the chip repairs. So this is gonna be a future chip repair champion right here.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, you
Yeah,
coming
I'm
out to
trying to
compete?
convince her.
You coming to
Uh,
compete? Come
I'm
on.
trying to convince
he
her, but
wants
she
me
doesn't. She
to. I
doesn't
don't
want to.
know. I don't know.
Oh,
I
come
don't know why
on.
I'm holding back.
Yeah,
Uh,
I tell her I'm like, just to be there and just have fun. Just have fun.
yeah.
And but I mean, I'm not gonna make her.
Oh
I'm not gonna
yeah,
make
yeah.
her.
You're not going to make it, but
Yeah.
hey, I would like to see you come out and compete. The windshield repair Olympics is an amazing. I never competed in it, but it's an amazing competition. I have a lot of friends that do it, and honestly, I think that you'd be perfect for it. So I've never seen any of your repairs, but actually, the knowledge base you have enough knowledge to explain the repair process to the proctor. You know what I mean, and make sure that it's a great repair. So I think that you should do it. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. You guys compete in replacement and repair. You guys both take gold. That'd be some shit, wouldn't it? That'd be
Yeah, yeah, that'd be
awesome.
crazy. Yeah,
He always says that. He
yeah.
says the same thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the reason why I'm so grateful for Lee, because Lee, it's his wife and him, and
Hmm.
she does the chip repairs,
Yep.
and they work together and they compete together. So it's good having a different mentor,
Mhm.
Hmm.
someone to that's gonna be in the industry for a long while. And yeah, we're grateful that they chose us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very.
Yeah. Tiffany
Yeah,
and Lee are
sharp.
rad people. They're rad people. They're just amazing people. They're they're some of the best people on earth. I think the world of both of them. And I met both of them in 19 when my first year competing. It was Indianapolis, and I met both of them in Indy. And yeah, that was an interesting year to say the least, but it was cool. It was cool. Uh, I don't know. I'm glad that you guys have that. And Natalie, please think about 26 registering and just coming out and competing. Just throw your hat in there. Just to make it happen. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. The more women I can see compete and everything, I think that's awesome. like Heather and Jamie competing as in the
Mhm.
Yeah.
tech competition. That was great. I love seeing that, and I hope it continues to grow, past that to where we've already had a CSR women champion, a calibration women champion, and then also a uh, Susan Allen. She went out and knocked it out of the park as a repair competition winner. She scored a perfect score, just like she knocked it out of the park. But anyways, they've had women champs and everything but replacements. So maybe one day that'll be coming down the pike. Not before you win, though. No, not before you win, Daniel. You're gonna win first. So, you're competing next year. Then I'm taking it in San Antonio.
I am. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am definitely.
Mhm.
Are you, babe?
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it
We don't
does.
know. We don't know. She doesn't know yet. We're gonna work on her. We're gonna work on it to get her. She'll be there.
They
She'll
love
be
to me.
there. You'll be there. You'll
I'm
be
always
there.
Yeah,
there.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah. You'll be there. Well, that's good to know you're going to be in San Antonio. That you're open to doing demos. Because I help organize the demos for Autoglass Week. Trisha Lopez and myself, and you guys may be getting a phone call from me saying, "Hey, I kind of need some help with the demo." So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
that yeah, that's awesome. Um, because having the friends that I have has led to great demonstrations at Autoglass Week the last couple years because of the fact that everybody's just willing to. I don't understand why, but everybody's just willing to help me do that thing, and it makes me look so good in the eyes of the people of Autoglass Week. It's just everybody's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I got you," and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude, you guys are making me look good, making my job easy." So. So that's pretty cool that you guys are up for, potentially helping me. I'm glad that you're coming to San Antonio. Can't wait. Definitely have to, say hi, hang out a little bit, because that'd be cool. I'm just so pumped you're competing. Have you started practicing already?
Yeah, as soon as one competition ends,
What
just right back at it.
What are you adding? Are you adding anything? Because I know like you've always had everything pretty much dialed in. What are you tuning in? Like, what are you tuning up?
I wanted to do. I wanted to win the Ingenuity Award,
Mm,
so I have some ideas, but nothing, set in stone yet. But I'm just, I'm just drawing away, But the Ingenuity Award is something that I really want because as far as winning the competition, like it's nice, but I tell Natalie, I'm like once I win, like the race is over, and I don't want the journey to end. Like I'm trying to enjoy the journey as long as possible, and then when I win, like I win. But as far as like I have to win next year, or I have to win at least, and I'm not putting that pressure on me
yeah.
because it's not gonna be fun. Then it's gonna be more of a chore. And the more Autoglass weeks that we're in competing, well, the more sponsorships that we're gonna get, the more recognition. People are gonna get to know us more. And then, well, there's still so many things to do. Like I still want to get on the council, and then all of these new certifications that are coming out. So
Have you did
I'm
the 8S one
excited.
yet?
Yeah. So we got the ADAS one. They came out with the customer service one. So I'm gonna get these all, well, badged up right here.
Yeah.
Early
Yeah,
badges.
I didn't get to do the 8S one at the show because I was busy during the time they were offering
Hmm.
it. So I just took the 8S one last Saturday. Yeah, it was last Saturday, and I missed 3 questions I got 3 questions wrong of the 70, and
Hmm.
I was so pissed off because I could have swore I got all of them right. I was so mad, and
Yeah.
they don't tell you which ones you missed, so I'm just like, I'm just like, man, I need to know because I got all of those things right, dude. Like that's bull. That's bull. I got them all right. What are they trying to tell me? Like, yeah, but I was happy that I passed it. I don't have the
Hmm.
CSR one, but I have the master technician one. I wanted to get the CSR one as well, but I've never done that job. I've helped
Hmm.
the CSRs, but I've never done it. So I don't know if I have the knowledge base to obtain that certification, Like I was never been a CSR, and that's a special
Hmm.
knowledge base, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, my dad taught me everything ever since I was really young. So I consider us like, or myself like a one man team. Like, I can get anything done and all the way around CSR, calibrations, installations. So, it's something that I'm grateful for in case, our business were to shut down or anything. I know I can bring that much more value into any company that we were to go to.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's a great
So
outlook. Like, it really is. Like, you have a skill set. You two have a skill set now that you'll never be unemployed. I mean,
hmm
that's awesome. You
yeah.
know,
So yeah, we're not financially secure, but I know that we're gonna be all right in case of anything. In
yeah.
case we have to, leave California like an emergency. And I know, well, yeah, the greatest thing about this industry is all of the friends that you make, some real friends,
Hmm.
because there's a lot of people, we've only met in person a couple of times, but I know that, they got our back.
Hmm.
So it's another beautiful thing about the auto glass industry.
No, 100%. I agree with you there. I've met quite a few people because of Autoglass Week and because of the Autoglass, just Safety Council and the networking. I can go anywhere in the world and have a job.
hmm
And
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's an awesome knowledge to have. I don't plan on leaving Ohio because my granddaughter's here, but like,
hmm
I truly, you can go anywhere and work because of the skill set you have and the people that you've met. And yeah, I know for a fact if I was to move to Southern California where you guys are at, I would have the backing of so many people. It would be so
Yeah.
great. It's so great
Yeah.
because just the people's like, oh, come on out and hang out and and my friend Heather Grubb is going through a similar thing right now. She's going out on her own for the first time, and
Yeah.
the
I saw.
Autoglass community has come together and tried to help her, get started. And it's just beautiful to see. So I'm pretty proud of her. I'm pretty pumped on the fact that she's making that move. So it's yeah, you're right. The Autoglass community, we have each other's back, especially this small, tight knit part of the community. I think that
hmm
that's a wonderful thing. I agree with you there. I'm not gonna keep you guys too much longer because we're at 40 minutes. I so appreciate you guys coming on. This is awesome. This has been a great conversation for me because we've had passing conversations. We've not actually had a
hmm
conversation. So this was awesome getting to know you better. But what is the future for you two going forward?
The future for us.
The school, I feel, is our
Yeah.
next step right now.
Well, we're most focused on the Autoglass Technical Institute. So that's, our number one priority. So we're gonna be gone for a week every month. We're gonna be, over with Lee. It's a 4-hour drive. So we're gonna leave the business behind with my nephew and my dad. So thankfully we have, them to rely on. And then we'll see how it goes from there for being an instructor. As far as the next step from instructor is well, I don't know, but I'm not planning on leaving Lee for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. One of the most important things is being loyal. So once someone gives us an opportunity, just like Sika, when they give us opportunity, like we've never left them. WRD, Pipe Knife, now Lee, and well, yeah, just so many doors that are gonna open. And well, yeah, it's all about being loyal and just knowing that somebody has your back. So yeah.
We're ready.
Well, hopefully you guys, if you can't make it to the safety council meetings in Hawaii in February, you guys come a little bit early to San Antonio and you get to be part of the Autoglass Safety Council. Come on there. It's an amazing thing. Get a hold of Kathy and get everything rolling. Because yeah, in Hawaii is the one in February, which is the spring one. And then, which is weird because February's still winter, but yeah. And then you have the one in Autoglass Week in San Antonio. So
I had no idea
No, we
that
didn't know.
about the one in Hawaii.
yes, the one in Hawaii is February 2nd. The week of February 2nd is the one in Hawaii, and it's just the meetings and just kind of like what you went to in
Yeah,
Ontario. That's what's
Ontario.
going on there. Yeah. So you going to come to Hawaii?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I've been trying to go to Hawaii
Yeah.
because she left me in May. She went to Hawaii for a week.
It
Ah,
So
was
now,
a,
yeah.
it was
So
a
now we're gonna go back in February, or I'm gonna go for the first time. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be
You could take him. Go ahead.
Yeah,
you can take.
yeah, I've never been to Hawaii, so this would be my first trip as well to go to Hawaii. But we'll see. We'll see. I've got it in my proposed budget for Fix. We'll see if they, because I'm the vice chair of the Safety Council Committee, the Standards Committee. If that gets approved, cool. If not, then I'll have to figure out another way to get there because
Yeah.
I have to figure it
Oh
out.
yeah.
Whatever comes to make sure I can be there for what my duties are with that. Yeah, my goal would be to be a board member at some point of the Autoglass Safety Council. That's like you want to be the president of the Autoglass Safety Council. That would be cool, but I just think for me, the ultimate would just be a board member. I'm not sure that I'm president material, but I think that I tell you what, you run for the president spot, and then I'll just back you and just be on your board just to be like, yeah, that's a good idea, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
A couple of decades in the future, but
oh,
yeah.
I ain't got decades left, brother. I'm almost 50. You gotta make that shit happen quicker than that. Shoot.
No, yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Jocks, like I really look up to him because, Don's mobile, glass shop, and then because he's the one that made the ADOS exam, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We all have. I was set in a good bit of the ADAS committee. I was on the ADAS committee for a long, long time before leaving Richardson and going to Fix. In which, when I went to Fix, I still sit in on those, but I focus more on the standards. But yeah, we had Jacques push for it, and we all came up with the questions, and then like there's a group of people that come up with the questions and they get voted on, and those questions get put into the exam. But yeah, Jacques is the one that really made that happen. And yeah, Jacques another one of those people that I know if anything ever happened to me in the industry, he would have my back 100%, because him and I talk quite frequently. So Jacques
Hmm.
a great example, a great role model, and you can't can't find anybody better to look up to, man. So if you're modeling after Jacques, then you're on a great path.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And then see if I can contribute, with Jorge
Mm-hmm.
to do the Autoglass Safety Council, like make
Mm.
the terms, on in Spanish how,
Yep.
they can understand. Because I know we're gonna be at the next, uh Expo Glass Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I think next year in Cancun again.
Oh,
So hopefully, it can be ready by then. So when they take the test, they can fully understand it.
will you when you figure out the dates of the event for the Glass Expo for Mexico, could you text that to me?
Sure, yeah.
I would love to attend that. My wife and I went to Cancun right after Autoglass Week this year just for vacation. We had never been, so we
Yeah,
did that.
yeah.
Yeah, we did that. That was great. I'd never done anything like that. That was amazing. But like, I think I would like to be part of that Glass Expo in Mexico. I wanted to last year but I heard about it late, so I didn't get a
Mhm.
chance to participate. But I think that'd be great. So whenever you find out the dates, could you please text them to me? That way I can start to try to plan around my vacation time and everything. That way I can get down there and hang out with everybody and just see how that goes.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, we're really excited for that.
Yeah. Okay. So let's tell everybody your socials, how they can watch your videos, because that's really important, because I think they're amazing, and all your socials and everything. And then don't hang up right away once I hit stop, because we gotta let everything upload. But go ahead and hit them with the promo.
Sure. So on Facebook, you can find us as Supreme Glass. Instagram, you can find me Daniel_Supreme Glass, and our YouTube channel is Supreme Auto Glass. So yeah, that's how you can find me. And you, babe?
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
The same thing.
Same thing.
I have my
Yeah.
own page. I use his.
Well, the Instagram, the Facebook, and the YouTube channel, I try to make sure that I've got all the notifications turned on for that, because I love the videos you guys drop. Especially you guys, the bison video you did was the most in-depth explanation, and we get it. It's like a bat. Okay, we get it. We've all used the bat, but like really there's really no explanation for the bat either. But like when the bison first came out and you were doing the very first few like videos of it and your explanation of it, like I didn't even have a bison yet, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to get one of those. That's you know what I mean? Like, and you were explaining how strong the cup was and how But anyways, so I try to keep my notifications on. So everybody, get your notifications turned on. Go check them out. And thanks again for being on the show. And it'll drop in a few weeks.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.